Good morning, good night. Today we're gonna get this car up in the air.
So unless you have a nice ramp system to drive up onto, or maybe you've got a 2-post or a 4-post lift, where you can lift right on the jack points or the lift points of the car, it's actually kind of a hard vehicle to get into the air. So if you're like me and you only have jack stands, this video is for you.
Well, first of all, let's get our bearings here. The entire bottom of this car is aluminum paneling for aerodynamics and handling. Now, if you look right here, you can see there's an arrow pointing to the jack point, and there it is. And there are 4 of those, 1 by each corner. So that is where we're going to jack up the car.
So A is the front lifting point, B is the rear lifting point, and those are the only points we have. Everything else is covered. And yes, before we even get the car in the air, we are going to have to crack these wheel lug bolts, because we're going to have to take the wheels off. So I have a nice low profile jack. That's not a problem. But on the top, I also have a couple of thick pieces of cardboard. If you have a jacking puck or a thick piece of rubber, something like that, just to help keeping from marring the underbody. It is a lot of aluminum, anodized aluminum under there, so fairly soft material. So good to protect it if you can.
A couple of different things we can do at this point. I mean, obviously we're going to lift it, and depending on what you're trying to do, you might want to put it on wheel stands, or you might want to put it on jack stands. So today we're gonna take the bottom cover off. So I want it on jack stands.
And you'll notice that I'm lifting from the rear. That is intentional. When you lift from the rear jack point, it actually lifts both the front and rear at the same time, because that is essentially the center of mass of the vehicle.
So now at this point, we're actually going to take the wheel off. So obviously you could put it on wheel stands. If you just want to get under there, you could put it on wheel stands. These are lug bolts, which is pretty crazy.
So now I have not 1 but 2 jacks in the mix. I also have a jack stand over there just for safety, and I'm trying to raise things up. But of course, as soon as you lift on the A-arms, the whole thing the suspension compresses. So I wasn't really happy with that.
Fairly precarious. Car is up, but it's also like teetering, because since all the weight is back here, then the front actually comes off the ground with it. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to lift the front and put it on some wheel blocks or wheel stands.
Under the front, the jack point is up there. So that's where we're headed with the jack. So this is kind of what we're working with right now. We've got the car sideways, and I don't love it. So let's get it flat.
So now I've got the back lifted on both sides, and got the front coming up, and another wheel stand under that, sometimes called a wheel cradle. Hey kid, get out on a shot, kid. What are you doing here? I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. What are you doing here? Get out of here, kid. Okay. So this is the method that worked best for me. The large jack under the wishbone suspension, the A-arm there, and then put it onto the jack stand.
The car is up, and now we're just taking off. I think there's 16 of these.
There's at least 16. Lotus claims there's 19. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them down there. You're just going to have to keep... Yeah, if you're doing this by hand, God bless you. But... yeah, the drill with the socket driver is the way to go. So if there's 19 of them, just get them all out. The car's up, break them loose real quick with a ratchet, and then go out with your drill. And then once you do that, then you can get your bottom access panel off. And then you have access to the whole underside of the engine, which is great for oil changes or transmission fluid or a lot of other things. So, good stuff.
I'm here, Dad.
I don't want this on your head. Get back a little bit. All right. There we go. This is coming down. All right. Watch your head. Watch out. Watch out, everybody. Watch out. Thank you.
Good.
1. Count. 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 18,
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
And these are the flange bolts, and this is what the under tray looks like. Has a lot of vents for air and exhaust. And this, well, this is real live footage of me looking for the cost of 2-post lifts after working all day to get my car into the air. Yeah, let's get it. No, they're way too expensive. All right, we're gonna just have to do it this way. For more Evora content and real ownership experiences, please like and subscribe. Look, you don't have to, but it would really be great for me and the channel. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much.